one nation, under God,
indivisible, with liberty
and justice for all. Thank you for that. Okay, since Erin's not here, we'll wait for, I can do the attendance.
Oh, here's Erin. She's here.
Erin, just in time.
She goes. Hold on, I'm promoting you.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Erin.
Hi, Erin.
It's late.
That's all right, no problem. You just missed just a couple of things, but you're on, so you're on for the attendance and to review the meetings.
Perfect. So should I go through the minutes?
Please.
Yes, let's do the attendance first.
Perfect. Elle,
Yes, present.
Joanne,
Here,
Naomi,
Here.
I'm here, Brian,
present.
Kirsten. Kirsten is not here yet. Okay, and Rob?
Here.
Perfect. All right, so minutes from last month's meeting. We reviewed and discussed images of the fire station. The building really needs to be cleaned out. There are 5 to 6 bedrooms with bathrooms. The downstairs bathroom isn't in good shape, large community room space. We still do not know whether there's lead paint. The floors are in good shape. The pole could possibly be put back. Possible uses for the space could be a museum, birthday parties. We talked about the artist studios. Proposal for the structural assessment of the building was sent by Elle and should take about 6 weeks to hear back. We discussed the voting procedure for the Call to Artists mural. I was going to compile all the entries and send out for voting. Tariq was going to help with organizing the community vote. For social media update, we talked about artists to highlight and that we weren't going to use revere.org to highlight artists. Sorry, it's very loud where I am. The reverearts.org website won't be mixed with the Public Arts Commission social media. Naomi made a post for social media and we voted on the version which was more colorful. Joanne has found a replacement for Naomi for when she goes off to school. We discussed the Revere Beach partnership. Joanne had mentioned that in the past, it's not as big as it once was a while back, and we were going to discuss that with Paul Ruff. Joanne was going to email the mayor about the stickers, and then the next meeting is tonight, May 17th.
thank you.
Yeah.
All approved?
Proof.
So, great, thank you.
Although we can't be replacing Naomi.
No, I know.
Yes, we
Yeah.
can't even come close to
Don't
filling
worry.
the shoes.
Sorry, Naomi.
A lot of love in this, on this computer.
You can join us as a guest anytime you want.
Yes, there's a lot of love in this Zoom meetings for you, Naomi, so.
Thanks. I definitely will join in sometimes. And also, I'm going to Mass Art. Ooh.
Oh, congratulations.
Hey.
That's where I graduated, so you'll love it.
Thanks.
So,
Excited.
great job. And what are you going to major in?
Illustration.
Great,
Nice.
excellent. We'll have to talk about Mass College of Art about what they offer. All right, moving on. So an update on the fire station, the structural assessment proposal. And I'm going to give this to Elle because I don't really have any updates, but she does. So she's going to talk about the fire station.
So Joanne has advocated for funding in order to have the structural assessment and the hazardous material assessment completed. So we do have the funding for that. It has been secured through auditing, and we're in the process of getting the purchase orders completed. So I hope that by the next meeting, we will have both completed, or at least we'll have them scheduled to be completed. So finally, I know that's been a long time coming, and Joanne's been working on that for a while. So thank you for your advocacy.
Thank you.
And also just another update on the fire station. We submitted an application to MAPC to fund a community process and visioning for the space. We understand that at a high level that we would like to make the transformation from a fire station into something that celebrates the history of that fire station, as well as a welcoming space for community artists and community art space. So with that, we need to find out what is the best way to facilitate that. The city is obviously not in a habit of renting space to artists and things like that. We don't really have a capacity set up for that. So we know that we're not reinventing the wheel, and MAPC can really help us strategize and plan with community input. And I've listed as their community partners on the application. Obviously, the Public Art Commission will be at the forefront of those visioning sessions, as well as the fire department and the Revere Society for Cultural and Historic Preservation. So everyone at the table, as well as any other community members, Beachmont Improvement Committee, or any of the other neighborhood organizations and local businesses that might be interested. So we'll get to that outreach portion, you know, fingers crossed we get funded for that. So, but that, I think we should find out definitely before the next meeting,
Awesome.
whether or not that's been funded. That's all I have for that.
I just want to add that I know East Boston has lofts, artist lofts, and I don't know how they rent them. I mean, I can call June Krinsky-Rutter, who was an art teacher, but had a loft in one of those, you know, rooms, and I could find out who she got the rental from, and I could find out all of that stuff too, moving forward.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's exactly what MAPC will help us do by looking at other case studies and other local areas, or, you know, other areas in the state that have done similar type projects and how they best facilitated that process and were successful with it. So that's probably a good example and something that they may be able to pull information from.
Okay, thanks for your update, Elle. I really appreciate
You're welcome.
the work
Thank
that
you.
you've done. The third item on the agenda is the call to artist update and discussion. Elle and Erin.
I just want to say thank you to Erin, because honestly, she has been, you know, the fast wheels behind getting this off the ground. So you deserve a lot of
Excellent.
credit for that. So thank you very much for doing that.
Thank you, Erin.
Thank you.
She helped get the posting for the call to artists up on a new platform, which the city has never used before. She used her expertise to, you know, sort of craft what she needed to do in order to generate interest and submissions. And for that, we were really, really successful in getting some amazing pieces of art. So I just want to give credit where credit's due. So Erin, you deserve the credit for, and then spoon feeding it to all of us to say,
Thank you.
these are the photos that I went through, all of them, to make sure that all of these meet the basic criteria for us to advance them to actually complete a mural. So it was a lot of work on her shoulders. So thank you. And I'm going to let you update anything from there, but I just wanted to really give you the credit that you
Can I
deserve.
just say something to Erin? I think the work was completely awesome. And I think that once the public sees it, they're going to just be in awe, because some of the submissions, the admissions were great. So I just want to say that thank you very much for what you've done. I know you've done a lot of work, and thank you. We all appreciate you. So just like Naomi, you have a lot of love on this Zoom meeting. So
Great. No, I'm excited because, as I was saying in the beginning too, I wasn't so sure. You know, it was a little bit of a gamble to invest in the platform, even though we had, you know, I was pretty sure that we would get what we wanted, but I'm glad that it's working out.
me too. So you want to talk a little bit about it?
Yes, so Elle, I'm sorry I didn't notice your message until just right now when I looked at my computer.
It's okay.
So I'm not sure what is the best thing to do now, if we So now we need to get the community vote, right? But we have the tallied scores for the commission.
Correct. So I have, I tallied the scores from the commission, and that will bring us to the top 4 for each location. And that will be brought to community vote. So we have 4 photographs. So I have taken those photographs and put them on a slideshow. I prefer not to really discuss them. We don't want to sway any opinions in any way because we've already had our opportunity to score them. So I don't mind showing them and just letting people know that by Friday, we'll have some sort of public process posted on revere.org. And as soon as that is available, I'll send the link to the rest of the commission, all of you, to share in whatever format you can on social media or otherwise, so that the Revere community really has an opportunity to weigh in. We'll have to make a decision on how long that we will keep that voting process open. I know that we need to let the artist know who has been selected and begin that process in order to keep the project on track and to finish by the end of 2022. So I'll take your advice as to how long we should leave that open before we make a final decision.
Sure. So I think that, so we need to inform the artist by June 1st. So we have a little time. I think it's good not to leave too much time, but I was also thinking about, I know we were trying to generate some excitement through social media. And I was also thinking it's a good idea to maybe reach out specifically to the area businesses around there, since, we will be maybe looking for funding in the future to kind of get them excited already a little bit about, public art, especially the ones that are right in that location. Those
Okay.
are my thoughts on that.
Okay, so if we're looking at notifying the artist as of June 1st, we could open it before this Friday and close it on Friday, the 27th. Is that acceptable to the commission?
Friday, May 27th?
Correct.
Okay,
So that will just give us some time that'll give us 2 days, Monday, Tuesday. Actually, the Monday is Memorial Day. So that will give us Tuesday to prepare notifications to the artists that have been selected and that have not been selected.
okay. That sounds good.
I
From
think
the-
it's perfect.
From the 20th to the 27th?
Correct.
So a week. Okay.
Yes.
Good. 24/7 voting. Get your fingers ready. Click, click. Help us
Okay.
pick Revere art, folks.
Yes,
Well, this is the start, definitely.
It is.
it is. This is.
I was hoping
It's been a
personally,
long time coming, but it's.
I
like,
was
it's so exciting.
personally hoping it was the bumper stickers first, but I'll take this.
Yeah, there was a glitch in the bumper stickers, but
That should be all squared away, though. Are
It
you all,
is.
you all set
It
with
is.
that? Okay.
yes,
All right.
yes. So,
Will you
All right.
sign mine, Naomi?
What?
Will you sign my bumper sticker for me?
Of course, Brian.
Thank
I
you.
was gonna
Put it in
ask,
Put it in my stuff with all the art I keep and put away. Definitely.
That's nice. Thank you.
You're welcome.
anything else?
Am I taking the notes still, or is Erin doing it? Because
I think Erin's back on track.
Erin's got a lot
We're
of
trying
job.
to give your job away.
So, are we
All right,
done?
so moving on.
Okay, so number 4, social media update, Brian.
I just got from Naomi today a banner, a poster she had worked on. I
Okay.
tried loading it up, but Instagram was having a little issue, so I'll load it later on. And then we'll just start on social media, revere.org and all that stuff, and then just start pushing it.
Great.
So
And
everyone's got to push on their own personal media. And for the artists, can we ask them to push on theirs and tell them, have people go vote, or is it just Revere that's voting?
Is it the specific community within Revere, or is it Revere as a community? Or,
Thought it was everyone in Revere.
It should
I think
be
Revere is a community.
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah, we shouldn't eliminate people from voting. you
Because
know?
Mhm.
pretty much everyone in the city passes by those locations at
Mhm.
one point or another.
Isn't it 100,000 cars a day going and coming at
Mhm.
Butler?
Mhm.
Wow.
Get up there with a spray paint. Vote.
You can do that, Brian.
It'll get people excited if everybody's able to vote too.
Yeah,
Of course, yes.
Definitely, definitely. And it will give us recognition, a lot of recognition.
So,
keyword recognition. Go
sorry.
ahead.
I'm gonna save the photos till the end. So if we just go through the agenda, then we'll do that to close out.
Okay, that'd be great.
Hurry up.
Okay. Um,
So
Number-
one thing, I think that it could be, I feel like it could be a little bit dangerous to have the artists push for people to vote,
Yeah,
because it kind of takes it to another level.
Yeah.
Even though on the score sheet and in the call, we say that the community does have a portion of the score, I think, as we've seen with some of the submissions and comments we've gotten, artists can be a little bit like sometimes difficult. I can say that, right? Because I am one too. But, we don't want to have people saying that one person is pushing unfairly or something like that. So maybe if we just keep it on the website,
Okay.
or just ourselves promoting it through,
Social media.
review.
Okay. That sounds good. Everybody agree with that?
I
Yeah.
do.
Okay.
I do.
Okay. All right. Number 5, temporary exhibit opportunities discussion, Brian and Naomi.
Got any news on the?
You did the poster. I'll put that up. I'm still waiting on Jamie for a place down on Shirley Ave, but it looks like it's coming up. He's covering the windows because they're gonna wall
Mhm.
board the place. And once that happens, it's usually pretty fast.
Great.
So there will be a pop-up with that.
Okay,
Great.
once you have the information about the pop-up, if you send it to me, I could oh, can you hear me or no?
Yes.
I won't have the pop-up information. We could talk about it coming, but I won't have it until he lets me know. You got 4 days from now when it's gonna happen. That type
Okay.
of thing. That's the pop-up nature of pop-ups.
Counselor, is there an opportunity for any pop-up at I think it's the Ryder location that has the little kiosks beneath?
Maybe. I have pushed on Mr. Fine a few times, but it's always been one of these,
Oh,
with
okay.
doing anything. If
Okay.
someone's got a better connection in. He
Okay,
has talked about when they build out at Fine Line, the outdoor eating area, there's gonna be all big giant screens out there that we could do something there then.
Okay.
That won't be till the summer.
The sushi bar. Is it a sushi bar? Oh, it's an oyster bar.
Where's that?
That's going to be right in the middle of Fine Line.
Oh, I'm
and-
not sure exactly what it's gonna be, but I know it's gonna be big screens and outdoors seating and eating
Yeah,
and drinking and food, so it should be something entertaining.
yeah. I think it's an oyster bar, but I'm not a raw shellfish.
And maybe we can collaborate with Starbucks and get them to stick a USB in on their big screens when we're all doing something right in that location.
Mhm.
Then it would be the Starbucks, the center place, and maybe Fine Line screens if we do an event there. Then you got screens all around us. It's like our own immersive.
That would be
Yeah,
really
cool.
Yeah, that'd be wonderful.
And
Okay.
Brian, even if it's only 4 days until the thing, just tell me. And if you send me the information for the Instagram account, like the password and stuff, so I can log in on my phone, I can do the Instagram story thing to help advertise it, because I know
Good.
a lot of don't
Well,
look
we
at-
do need to push people to go to that site. There's 8 members. And I
I'm
think
sorry.
we're 4 of them.
Mm.
So we gotta develop that.
Okay, guys, whose dog is barking? Who's got the dog?
It's me. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, no, I just wanted to know. I love dogs. Why we can hear it in the background. It's no bother, really. I just wanted to know who had the dog. Number 6, art for kiosks of veterans in Griswold Park. Any interest from local artists? Go ahead, Brian.
Jesse Chambers has expressed interest. I was with Mark Silvestri a few days ago. He's going to speak to some people also about doing that, and he's interested in the project where we could put different kiosks in different locations. He said that one at the Veterans up on Broadway would be another place that it would work, maybe up on the corner towards Lamberto's side of it, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Broadway, that, I forget the street name, Hyde or whatever it is.
It's Hyde. There's Hyde and Chivas.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
But,
well, it's on the side of Libertos, and Hyde is on the City Hall side. So
then Chivas, and it would be up on Broadway. People could easily see it when they walk by.
okay. Anybody else?
Kristen
I
has
have
her hand raised.
Hi
Okay.
guys, how are you? Sorry, I was a
Hi.
little delayed. We have a lot going on at our house right now. But
I'm sure.
my question is about the call to artists in our community, and I'm going back to again like our basically Rolodex of artists in the community. I'm wondering if how we can put on the website like a Google form or something that's like, if you're an artist from Revere, please like drop your information here so that we can have like a running email of like when something like this comes up, that we can blast out like a newsletter or something, just because like word of mouth is great and like the social media is great, but like if we don't have contacts within the community, I really think it's important that we somehow figure out how to reach and get information of what people are doing, how to contact them, and what they're interested in supporting the community with.
So we could ask, we could add something on the website that says, do you want to be added to the art distribution list?
Right.
Start a new
Exactly.
distribution list?
Yeah.
Okay.
Something like that. Because if there is an artist in the community, like they're going to go to the Revere website first. And so if we have something there, and maybe we can publicize that in another way, but just like, how can we start to get more information about our community and who the artists are?
Okay, that's a great idea.
Great idea.
That's not a heavy lift either. It's
Okay.
pretty straightforward. So we'll try to get that up and running before our next meeting.
Okay. Do we have access to a like an email system for sending, or is it just it'll be?
Yeah,
from
we have
email?
the Revere Public Art Commission email.
Okay. And is there an email platform that we use, or is it just coming out of the city? Like, I guess who would manage it? Who would do the sends? And
We have folks that are on the commission that can manage it, and I should know off the
Okay.
top of my head. I believe it's Council McKenna. Brian, I think you're on it as well, and Aaron,
Okay.
correct? And myself. So those 4 of us, you can join it as well if you'd like.
Okay.
We'll add your email. It will show that it's yeah. So anybody can send us an email, and
Mhm.
it will come directly to our emails,
Okay.
but it will be to Revere Public Art Commission.
Okay.
And Al, I wonder if piggybacking on that, Brian, a little bit, and I mean, sorry, Rob, the 311, not the 311 text, but like, the new Revere update text that we're getting now. If somehow
Yes.
like that could be an update, like a part of that update, like our, add in that, like, there's like the Revere report, and then it's like, are you an artist? And then
Yeah.
check out what's happening in Revere. You know what I mean? Like, have it be a part of that text message that goes out.
Mm-hmm.
Just spitball.
Are you referring to the text messages, like if there's closures, or I can see your screen, but I can't read it, Rob.
So
Really?
Yeah, so it's just, yeah, Rob has it. Thank you.
yeah. So with the city of Revere, if you're registered, you receive an alert from
yeah.
short code, and it's all sorts of different marketing. I mean, it's marketing about the community, but
Mhm.
it's not specific, like a Revere Beach cleanup, Kite Day. There's Arts in Sandler Square. different community events.
Okay, sounds good.
Al, do we still have the connection with Sufa Talk? That's sitting in front of City Hall, the beach and all that?
I'm sorry?
The
Yes.
kiosk, do we still
Yes.
have the connection with
Yes.
Sufa
I
Talk?
can answer that, yes.
Oh, yes, so for what in particular?
Well, they do advertising for the city on events and things. We could push it on that also,
On
Yes,
their, on their website?
no,
on their
they-
digital kiosks.
yeah,
Oh,
they have these kiosks, they're about 5 feet black. They have one down in Beachmont, they have one down in the beach.
oh,
they're
okay.
all over.
Actually, Shirley Ave also, Broadway also. There's a bunch of them.
And what they do is they update everything that's going on in the city, all the, community functions and everything, and they do it on a daily basis.
Okay.
So we can look into that. I think Ruben has some sort of connection with
Okay.
that, because I had him move one of them because it was right on a crosswalk, and it was a safety issue, so, and he was the guy I got in touch with, so maybe you can,
Yes, I remember that.
yes, so just, maybe we can.
Okay. Yeah, good idea, Brian.
Right.
I've used them when the pandemic first started, is when they came out.
Mhm.
And so I transferred, publication of art to there. And I ended up having 1.25 million people over a 6-month period look at stuff of mine from them.
Wow,
And I got a strong response from it. It was guerrilla marketing as far as I was concerned. It was just something they're new and different and were willing to take on what I had proposed to them. So they did. So they're good to work with, and a lot of people see it. And
Right. Great, so,
well, you can get a free account, right?
well, I think the city has an account, so I think we can use the city's account.
Exactly. That's what I was suggesting.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, great. Good idea, Brian. Our next project, the Northern Strand, you want to talk about that? Who's, Al, is that you? Or,
So we were going to,
Erin again? Wow, Erin.
yes, so.
It's Aaron, Rob, and I, but
So
we
Rob-
haven't really
yeah.
got together,
Rob
but
and I, we kind of put it on the back burner because of a few other things, but I think we were gonna try to revisit it and start working on something again. I know, Rob, you wanted to schedule a meeting, but we couldn't work it out.
Yeah, that's fine. I think from an artist perspective, I've actually been reaching out to local street artists, kind of networking within that community, and trying to develop relationships not just within Revere, but outside Revere with representatives from the different cities that are on the Northern Strand line that we're talking about participation. And then Elle has also provided some great information, and I'd like to share it. If you all don't mind, I'll do a screen share.
Sure, great.
And a couple of the things that we have here, so the first one, the Malden Arts art line. So this is actually for the Northern Strand as well, very similar. It seems very similar to what we're looking at as well. But they're doing their ribbon cutting on May 22nd at 3 p.m. And if I'd highly recommend trying to attend. I believe that is 5 days from now. So that would be Sunday, the
Yes,
22nd.
Sunday.
Yeah. All right. The days just kind of melt together for me as of late at 3 p.m. So hopefully I'm going to definitely try and attend. I've got trying to work out my schedule, so it should work out that I should be there. Then the other events that are coming up are they're in Lynn. So it's called Beyond Walls. So a couple of things that we have here. Unfortunately, May 19th is right around the corner. But Bent Water Beyond Walls, they've got an event going on. Bentwater Brewery is a local brewery, Beyond Walls, is they're opening up a festival basically and walk around town for a mural tour. And then another one is, interestingly, I haven't had a chance to dig into too much of this, Trash Bags to Streets. So that is May 21st on Saturday. And then a Lynn tour. So these are all, what's really interesting about this is they're celebrating the arts that they have within the community. And my goal is actually to connect with people within the arts community, like with Lynn, and learn about what they've done, some of the challenges they've run into, and some of the ways to promote the art around the Revere area, just because we do have a couple of projects, larger projects, murals that are coming up. There's a number of pieces of art around the city, and I think it'd be great to start as we reach 2023, really kick off a drive to get people on an art tour. How do we open that up? How do we create maps, etc.? But thank you very much, Elle, for passing along this information. It's fantastic.
No problem. If you don't mind, if it looks like you've pieced it all together. So if you want to share that with the group, in case anybody wants to attend any events, that would be great. You can send it to, well, not everybody's on that, but you can use the invite for the meeting.
Yeah.
Just copy and paste that. And that should get to everyone.
Yeah, I actually didn't paste any. That was all screen
Okay,
magic
that's all your
with
screen.
Zoom.
Okay. Well, thanks for putting it all together.
But I'll
they just
definitely
kept
forward
coming
it to
in,
the
and I
group.
was like, I gotta forward them along. So
Yeah, I'll definitely get that out to the group so y'all can see that.
one more thing in the Northern Strand. So ironically, the 5 communities, Everett, Malden, Lynn, Saugus, and Revere, are all the Northern Strand communities, but they're also all in the same Saugus River, Pines River watershed. And I'm working closely with planners from all 5 communities. So once we figure out what, a date, or maybe try to scratch a date in the sand that we can work towards for the fall for an event, we can start sharing with them, and we can bring either their commissions or their planning departments and just see how we can best outreach to their communities. I think we initially started months ago when we first met, and we were saying maybe we could divvy out 2 of the main columns to each community so that they could use that to represent themselves, where the Strand goes through all 5 communities. So it wouldn't be just about Revere, but it would tie us all together. So it would be a good opportunity if you're able to go to the Malden event and just sort of see what's going on there and see how we can move that forward. And Rob had some great ideas if we do it all like for a 1-day event and then have all the artists come out, like just do either 1 day or 2 days, and then just have we can have food there or a food truck, and then he had a different idea about, I think it's like a rolling bar or something like that.
Yeah,
That could be cool. So a different, it's like mobile. It's like a mobile
These
restaurant
millennials,
bar.
these
It's pretty
millennials,
cool.
Joanne.
Very cool.
So
I saw it.
yeah, so we have some ideas in the works, but we've sort of tabled it to focus on these other 2 murals out of the gate. So we'll get back to it.
all right.
Okay, is that everybody? Okay, so we're coming to the end of our meeting. Our next meeting is June 21st. And right now we have open time for attendees. So anybody who wants to add anything, and then Elle's going to share the screens. So before we share the screens, Elle, just hold it there. Does anybody have anything to say with open time? Promoting anything, adding anything to the meeting?
On a personal note, I've
Yes.
got at Gallery 456 over on Broadway in Chelsea. I was working with Mimi Granger. The show I had down in Fort Point has now added in Chelsea street photographers, and it's showing over their gallery 24/7 on
Excellent.
some
Excellent.
giant, big TV screens that are super high loom that you can actually see them during the daytime when you walk by.
Oh, excellent, Brian. Very good. Anybody else?
Is that the address 456 Broadway?
Yeah, and it's called 456 Gallery. Maybe Granger, from your basically counterpart in the city over there. I had met through Sarah Rich, and she said it sounds great because I knew Frank Curran and a bunch of other guys from Chelsea that were doing for decades that sort of stuff. So there's probably about 800 incredible images of street photography from the greater Boston area.
Great. Wonderful. Anybody else have anything to add? No? Okay, Elle.
All
it's
right.
all yours.
I'm not going to talk about them. Everybody can ooh and ah with your mutes on.
Ooh.
But I will say that all of the entries were absolutely
Yes.
spectacular. And
Yep,
I'm sure everyone had as difficult a time scoring them as I did. So
they were all so close.
yeah. So these that I'm starting with are the Butler Circle submissions. And these are not in any particular order, just to be clear. So it's the second of 4, the third of 4, and the fourth of 4. And now I'm going to move straight into the 4 top scored options for the Point of Pines underpass. Okay, with that, anybody that sees this, we are looking for you to participate in the community process. So please be on the lookout on revere.org. Probably Thursday, Friday, we'll have something that's easy and user-friendly to vote for your top selections for the city.
And they'll just pick one, or they'll vote for each
Yeah,
one.
we'll have a process put together for Friday. You can just click, click, click. It should be pretty straightforward.
Make
All
sure you
right.
tell all the kids, Naomi, school tomorrow.
Yeah, if you can share.
I actually don't have school tomorrow, but I'll be
What? Typical seniors, already
No.
off to college.
No, they have MCAS for the freshmen and sophomores. But yeah, when the poll is up, I can ask my art teacher to share it with the kids at art club. And we have like a school, what do you call it? We have like a school news thing. So if
Cool.
I get the link to it, I can ask them to put it in the weekly news thing, and maybe they could share with everybody.
Great.
When's the graduation, Naomi?
June 7th.
June 7th. Okay.
Have you painted your outfit, your gown?
Painted my gown. I didn't get the gown yet. They didn't come in yet, but
No, they come in the last day. It's like the last day before, the last week before they graduate.
yeah,
So-
I'll do something to the hat. I don't know what they got.
Last day. Yeah.
The logo
Mhm.
and stand up
The
for
Great.
Revere TV.
It's advertising, free advertising.
Good. Good. Okay, anybody else? Okay, this concludes the meeting for May 17th. Thank you all for being here, and thank you all for participating in your work that you do.
Good work, everybody. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Thank you very
everyone.
much, everybody.
I knew we'd get there eventually.
Okay.
We did, we did.
Never
Yeah.
doubted it.
It's going to be
Is
great.
this, when's our 1-year anniversary?
In May, I think, or March or May.
June.
Oh,
June.
June,
Okay.
okay. So
Yeah.
we're
Because it'd
in,
be now, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think it's actually June.
All right.
Yeah.
so we're
Fantastic.
in good shape.
Yeah.
All right.
A little bit, but we're in good shape, so.
Yeah.